breaks from the region. Only on Northeast Live. Your station, your voice.
Now,
all right, now we are being joined live on the story by our editor-in-chief Wasbir Hussain from the newsroom. Yes, Wasbir, over to you.
Well, yes, Priya, we are all now aware about what the Supreme Court said today. They have drawn up a slew of measures as far as Manipur violence is concerned. Now, we have reported that. Now, what does this Supreme Court decisions imply? What does the Supreme Court decisions indicate? What does it mean? Now, basically, the Supreme Court said that it will appoint a 3-member committee of judges, women judges, to look into the humanitarian aspects of the violence like relief, rehabilitation, etc. Now, 3-member judges have been announced. Now, they said that 11 cases are being handed over to the CBI, and it will be headed by, these kind of investigations will be led by officers of the rank of at least a deputy superintendent of police, if not SP. Now, what they have also done, the Supreme Court, is that they have appointed a senior IPS officer, former IPS officer, to actually look into the, to oversee the CBI investigation and report back to the court. Now, what does all of these mean? This means that what the Supreme Court did today was an attempt, clearly seen as an attempt to restore the rule of law in Manipur. Rule of law in Manipur, that is what the Supreme Court is trying to restore in Manipur, where the state government has absolutely failed. That is very, very clear. In fact, on the 1st of August, the Supreme Court, none other than the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, had made some very, very significant comments. The Chief Justice of India said on the 1st of August, while hearing a bunch of petitions related to different aspects of the violence in Manipur, the Chief Justice said that investigations into cases in Manipur have been extremely lethargic and tardy. He used the word lethargic and tardy. That means he was absolutely unhappy with the way the investigations were proceeding. Then he said there has been complete collapse of law and order machinery in the state. The police have lost control of the situation. That is what the Chief Justice has said. Now, we all know that the police in Manipur has been absolutely divided on ethnic lines. Therefore, the question also arises whether there is a chain of command at all in the Manipur police. Since the police has been divided on ethnic lines. Now, who is investigating what case? So, this is the background in which the Supreme Court today announced these measures to actually bring in a rule of law, bring in the rule of law in Manipur and restore the fate of the ordinary citizen on the rule of law, on the constitution, on the laws prevailing in the country. So, this is something which is extremely significant because the Chief Justice of India could not have been more candid, could not have been more harsh when he commented that the investigations are proceeding in a lethargic and tardy manner, that there was a complete collapse in the law and order situation, and that the police had lost control of the situation. So, these are very, very strong comments that had come on the 1st of August, and today in the presence of the Manipur DGP who was present, who was summoned by the court, he was present there. The court constituted this judges committee, 3-member judges committee, to look into the humanitarian aspects, decided to give 11 cases related to sexual violence to the CBI and asked the CBI that these cases has to be investigated by an officer at least of the rank of a DSP. And then overall, another senior IPS officer from our DGP of Maharashtra has been appointed to oversee the CBI investigation and report back to the court. Now, we all know that in the last 3 months that Manipur has been in the grip of unprecedented violence following the ethnic strife in the state between the Kukis and the Meiteis. Several houses belonging to top government ministers were set ablaze. And on one occasion, the house of the Union Minister of State for External Affairs, R.K. Ranjan, has been set ablaze. And on that occasion, the minister himself went to the media to say that there has been total collapse in the law and order situation in Manipur. So these kind of comments have been coming on and off from people in position, people holding responsible posts. But now, on the 1st of August, when it came came from none other than the apex court of the country, and that too from none other than Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, things began to be taken extremely seriously. This is a serious rap on the administration in the state. This was a serious rap on the administration of Chief Minister Biren Singh in the state. So these kind of comments coming from the Supreme Court has set the ball rolling, and only after the Supreme Court's comments we have seen that some officials of the Nampok police station, the police station under whose jurisdiction the two hapless women were stripped and paraded naked on the in that area, that viral video that had taken place under the very nose of the police in that police station. Now the officers, at least 5 police officers of that police station has been placed under suspension. Now heads were not rolling. This was a clear case that there was inaction somewhere. Somebody was holding up. There was no action on the ground visible to the people. Now the arms loot case. Now right from the beginning, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of arms have been looted. 5 lakh rounds of ammunition have been looted, and okay, understandably, okay, assume that the people were taken off guard, the authorities were taken off guard when the first wave of arms looting took place. But when it took place again 2 days ago, 400 weapons were looted. That was absolutely shocking. That came under the nose of the security forces who were in that area. And after all, the weapons list was leaked in the social media, and we know that starting from light machine guns to AK assault rifles to incest rifles to mortar bombs to bulletproof jackets, everything, lot of such kind of sophisticated weaponry were looted by mob. And that also raises question whether it was really audacious attempts by the mob or whether the owners of these weapons had decided to turn a blind eye. So these are questions which a thorough investigation will be able to unearth.
Right, Wasbir, and the 3 ex-judges will not only look on the law and order situation, but they will also look into, after the humanitarian measures, they will look about
Priya,
the way. Yes,
Priya,
about.
yeah, Priya, you see, these 3 judges will not actually, they are not supposed to look into the law and order issues. They are only look into the humanitarian aspect, like relief materials, remedial measures, rehabilitation measures, restoration of homes and places of worship. Now, they have got a work cut out. The 3 judges, all women judges, they have been given a very huge responsibility, because in this time of crisis, law and order is the job of the security forces and the law enforcing agencies. The most critical part of this whole violence is that the humanitarian angle. 50,000 people were uprooted from their homes. Mind it, this is a huge figure. More 160, estimated 160 people have died. They have lost their lives. Thousands of homes have been set ablaze, razed to the ground. So this is a huge humanitarian aspect of a huge magnitude, and people have to flee Manipur. Some of them have gone to Delhi, some of them are in Guwahati, some of them are in various places, apart from, of course, in about 10,000, 12,000, some of them are in Mizoram. So this is the condition. Education system has been completely disrupted in Manipur. There is no semblance of order in the state for the last 3 months, and the violence is racing towards the 100-day mark. This is a serious situation, and it is at this juncture that the Supreme Court of India has come forward to establish some kind of order in the state to enforce the rule of law and bring back the confidence of the people on the rule of law and the law enforcing establishment.
All right, Wasbir, thank you so much for all those details. Meanwhile, former Manipur Chief Minister Okrami Mobi Singh has welcomed the decisions taken by the Supreme Court today during the hearing.
That is we most welcome. That is Supreme Court also they could not keep silent. That's why it is shameful and the irresponsible government, both center and the state. Supreme Court observation, this present law and order in the state of Manipur is totally failed. And besides that, the observation of the Supreme Court, this constitutional machineries of the state is completely breakdown. It is a shameful. It is a shameful what Supreme Court observation is not only state government of Manipur, but equally to the center, Modiji's government, equally responsible.
And well, the women folk in the Imphal Valley took to the streets today demanding the removal of Assam Rifles from the state. Well, hundreds took to the streets in Imphal to demand the removal of Assam Rifles. In fact, the women folk had called a 24-hour-long people's curfew against Assam Rifles over the August 3rd Tarbong Bangla incident. Group of women at Singjamai protested in front of the Assam Rifles camp and also visited the minister's Khemchand's residence and raised their demands. Alright, shifting focus to Sikkim now. Well, situation turned tense in Namchi area after the Himalayan state earlier in the day after a protest demanding justice for deceased student leader Padam Gurung turned violent. Police had to resort to lathi charge and tear gas shelling to control the situation when the mass rally turned violent with pelting of bricks and stones. The rally was organized by the All Sikkim Gurung Tamu Buddhist Association demanding justice for student leader Padam Gurung. Meanwhile, Section 144 has been imposed at Namchi in the wake of the situation. Well, spokesperson Citizen Action Party Sikkim Prakash Parajuli and CAP leader Anuraj Chetri along with social activist Pasang Sherpa were detained by the police.
The police administration who are supposed to get the culprit behind the bar are helping the culprit, and at the same time they are forcing the peace-loving people, and they try to tear all the placards they were carrying, and we condemn this and we seek justice from the administration. And if the administration cannot, then the governor of Sikkim should come forward and initiate a CBI inquiry. If not, the protection of Sikkim people will have to forcibly take it in our own hands. Police administration tried to tear up the placard people were carrying. That's why there was a small scuffle, but now it's peaceful now. If the arrests are not met, if the case is not handed over to the CBI, this protest will get a bigger turnout and it will go in a statewide way.
All right, now I'm being joined live with our correspondent from Gangtok, Prakash Adhikari, who is right there at Namchi to give us all the latest updates. Yes, Prakash, क्या update है अभी Namchi से? इतना escalate कैसे हुआ situation, Prakash?
जी हाँ, आज जो ऑल सिक्किम तमो बुद्धिस्ट एसोसिएशन ने पदम गुरुंग को की डेथ को लेकर जो जस्टिस की मांग करते हुए जो आज रैली का आयोजन किया था, वो रैली बाद में जाके हिंसा में परिवर्तन हुआ। पुलिस ने जो रैली में जो लोग इकट्ठे हुए थे उन लोगों को रोकने की कोशिश की, तब हिंसा में परिणत हुआ। और जो एक व्यक्ति के ऊपर बार बार आरोप लग रहा है, उस व्यक्ति का घर में भी पत्थरबाजी हुआ। वहां पत्थरबाजी होने के बाद वहां पर लाठीचार्ज और टीयर गैस का भी प्रयोग करना पड़ा पुलिस को। तो जो अभी पुलिस से जो हम लोग को रिपोर्ट मिला है कि 3 पुलिस पर्सनल भी इंजर्ड हुआ है और कई सारे लोग भी इसमें इंजर्ड हुए जो प्रोटेस्टर है। ये तो बाद में जाके पुलिस ने 144 इम्पोज किया। और अभी जो हम लोग को खबर मिला है कि अभी वहाँ से लोग डिस्पेच तो हुआ है, मगर जो नामची का जो परिस्थिति है अभी भी तनावपूर्ण है। वहाँ भी अभी भी टेंस बरकरार है। जो प्रदर्शनकारी थे, जो प्रोटेस्टर थे, वो लोग वहाँ से डिस्पेच तो हो चुका है 144 इम्पोज करने के बाद, मगर अभी भी नामची का सिचुएशन टेंस है। प्रिया,
अभी तक कितने लोगों को डिटेन किया गया है, प्रकाश?
जी हाँ, 3 लोगों को डिटेन किया गया था, मगर उन लोगों को अभी छोड़ दिया गया है, ऐसा हम लोग को खबर मिला है पुलिस के सोर्स से। मगर जो पुलिस बता रहा है कि पुलिस के लोग भी, कई लोग इंजर्ड हुए हैं और जो प्रोटेस्टर भी इंजर्ड हुए हैं, और जो डिटेन किया गया था उन लोगों को छोड़ दिया गया है। मगर जो पदम गुरुंग का मौत का आज 40 डेज कंप्लीट हुआ है, 27 जून को उनका मौत हुआ था, तो 40 डेज तक भी न्याय नहीं मिलने की वजह से आज उन लोगों ने वहाँ पर प्रोटेस्ट रैली हुआ था। तो जो गवर्नमेंट ने जो एक जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी भी गठन किया था, जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी का रिपोर्ट आना तो बाकी है, मगर जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी के बाद भी लोग नाखुश हैं, क्योंकि अभी तक एक भी लोग इस घटना में अरेस्ट नहीं हुआ है। तो लोगों में नाखुशी है और इसी नाखुशी की वजह से आज वहाँ पर प्रोटेस्ट रैली हुआ था। प्रिया।
वेल प्रकाश, टोटल कितने प्रोटेस्टर्स होंगे रैली में और टोटल इंजरीज कितने हैं?
प्रोटेस्टर तो हजारों की संख्या में थे, क्योंकि यहाँ पर सिक्किम भर के जितने भी गुरुंग समुदाय के लोग हैं, गुरुंग समुदाय के लोग थे, और उसके साथ साथ सिक्किम के जितने भी अपोजिशन पार्टियां हैं, चाहे वो STF हो, चाहे वो सिटीजन एक्शन पार्टी हो या दूसरे पार्टियां हैं, बहुत सारे पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के मेंबर भी वहाँ पर थे। भाईचुंग भुटिया जो हमरे सिक्किम पार्टी के प्रेसिडेंट है, भाईचुंग भुटिया भी थे। सिक्किम में नागरिक समाज की ओर से पासंग शेरपा और जो सिक्किम के दूसरे सोशल एक्टिविस्ट लोग हैं, वो लोग सभी वहाँ पर इकट्ठे हुए थे। तो हजारों की संख्या वहाँ पर लोग आज प्रोटेस्ट रैली में था। मगर जो इंजर्ड हुआ है, पुलिस की जो खबर है, पुलिस का 3 पर्सनल इंजर्ड हुआ है। तो जो प्रोटेस्टर की भारी संख्या में इंजर्ड हुआ है। प्रिया।
All right, Prakash, thank you so much for all those details. So, that was our correspondent from Gangtok, Prakash Adhikari.
Savlon Glycerin Soap skin moisturize কৰে আৰু skin কৰি তোলে ইমান সফট যে আপুনি আপোনাৰ সফটনেছৰ বাবে জনাজাত হৈ পৰিব। সফট skin Savlonৰ সুৰক্ষাৰ সৈতে।
News